everyone, welcome to another episode of Anderson TV. I'm Josiah Anderson. So today we're going to talk about the future of the Republican Party. So we have a Republican president. We have a Republican House, Senate, and a Supreme Court. So there was a lot of talk about J.D. Vance should be the next president in 2028. There was a poll that CPAC has done, a straw poll, that J.D. Vance should run for president in 2028. Well, I will surely vote for him, but there could be some other people that could be running for the part of the Republican primary in 2028. And this episode is about me talking about the future of the Republican Party. Was Gen Z, maybe Gen Alpha as well. They might come in. As well. And also, to what to watch out for in the Republican movement. Because I'm new to the Republican Party, this is just how I see the future based on the research that I've done. So we're going to talk about it all in this episode. We'll be right back. So from some speculation saying that J.D. Vance could run for president in 2028, right after Trump. Maybe J.D. Vance will last for like 8 years if he wins. But there's also a future of the Republican Party as well. From Vivek Ramaswamy running for governor of Ohio to Byron Donalds running for governor in Florida, since Ron DeSantis is term limited. So they're the future of the Republican Party. I mean, I saw Vivek Ramaswamy and Byron Donalds do very well campaigning for Trump. So anyways, then there is the radical left. They want to say that, the Republican Party does not like people of color. Well, need I remind them that, the Republican Party is probably the most tolerant now. They're now the most tolerant. So I don't think it matters if you're white, black, Hispanic, Asian, or straight, gay, Christian, Jewish, or any other. Trump said that he wants to be a president for every race, religion, color, and creed. That's what he said. So, and for those of you that think that, Trump does not like black people or Republicans do not like black people, need I remind you that Tim Scott, he's the longest serving black senator in American history. But they don't want to celebrate him for Black History Month because, he's a Republican. They don't like his politics. This is why that I have a problem with Black History Month. So they want to make it selective. And I will explain about this later. But first, let's talk about Gen Z for a moment. There are all kinds of people in Gen Z that I truly admire. Like Rylan Hollahan. I follow him on Instagram. Of course, I think he's part of the RNC Youth Advisory Council. Well, someday I would like to meet him, get to know him. Of course, want to learn more about the Republican Party, or I'm just going to do my own research on this. But I would like to meet him and discuss more about this with him and Gen Z and the Republican Party. But I'm just going to talk about this the best way that I know how. So, anyways, I know that Gen Z went out big for Trump in the 2024 election. I know Gen Z men And I know that MSNBC might call Gen Z men racist or something like that, uneducated or something like that, but their ratings are down. So anyways, yeah, I'm a Gen Z male, and I voted for Trump in 2024 election. And I don't regret it one bit. It is because I did my research on the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. And I figured that since there was no big switch to the Democratic and Republican parties, that they're just the same, that Democrats are always good at keeping people of color down. And while Republicans want to lift everyone up, they want to focus on merit. Democrats want to focus on color. Why do you think that they want the illegal aliens to stay? Because they don't care about actual American citizens. They care about their voter base, which is illegal aliens, by the way. So anyways, we saw in the last administration that Biden wasn't really won the presidency. It was a shadow presidency. So anyways, JD Vance, I hope for 8 years of Vance. And I think since Tulsi Gabbard is a Republican now, I think that she should run after JD Vance. Because here's the thing. I only want Republicans to win now. So, yeah, I only want Republicans to win because there's no way that the Democrats should ever get into office, because the next Democratic president we might have will be far worse than Biden, Obama combined. Worse. It will most likely be a socialist. It will most likely be a communist. It will most likely be a Marxist. It will most likely be someone who would much rather bring communities of color down, who will bring everyone down and keep this government wasting going. It is most likely it is going to happen the next time there's a Democratic president. And of course, also next time there's going to be a Democratic president, we could be ending up in World War III. We could be ending up in a nuclear conflict. So which is why I don't want to elect another Democratic president ever again. The Republican Party was founded on anti-slavery. That was the original thing. So Abraham Lincoln is the first Republican president to ever run and win. So he selected... So then his running mate was Andrew Johnson, which was a Democrat. So reason why Lincoln picked him is because that wanted to make peace with the South after the Civil War. So that was probably the original reason. And also, yeah, there were some progressive Republicans, but still. But still, yeah, Republicans, of course, there may be mostly good ones and mostly bad ones as well. And I know that some black people are not going to vote Republican because they think they're racist or something like that. But why would you want to keep voting for the party that literally enslaved your ancestors? Why would you want to do that? And literally want to keep you enslaved in failing schools, that want to keep you in jail, that want to trans your kid, want to abort your baby. Why would you want to vote for that? I mean, that is, I mean, if you ever vote for a Democrat, there is something, you have a morality problem. You have a morality issue. So, but also, I know that in the Democratic Party, there is this pro-Palestinian, pro-Hamas movement that is going on, and also the comments that I would see on X, on several X posts that I would sometimes make, or some of the Instagram posts that I make about like Free Palestine or something like that. I heard that there's also hatred against Indians and the Jews also. Probably because people have like high egos or something like that. So that's what I want to warn people about. I will not allow this to come to the Republican Party. I mean, I don't want people on the left to believe that Republicans are racist or anything of that matter. So I'm looking at you, Nick Fuentes. I'm looking at you, Candace Owens. I'm looking at you, Kanye West. I'm looking at you, Jackson Hinkle. So anyways, that is what I want to warn you guys about. Do not let any of those people ruin the Republican Party. I would put Tucker Carlson on the list, but Tucker, I only find him 50% favorable and 50% unfavorable. So it's half and half with Tucker Carlson, because I find him good, a good independent source, but there are some things I disagree with him on. So, anyways, do not let any of these anti-Semites, do not let any of these racists embarrass the Republican Party, because the original founding of the Republican Party is that we do not care about the color of one's skin. We do not care about we only want to know whether you're good for this job or not. We want to know, are you good for this job or aren't you good? So, but meanwhile, Democrats, of course, they want to put a different face to the Republican Party, usually someone of color that they think is the perfect fit, but really isn't. Excuse me. So which is why that the Democratic Party is a joke, and I surely don't want the Republican Party to be a joke as well. So I just joined the Republican Party. I don't want to. I did not just leave a woke party just to enter into another one. So about the woke riot, as some people like to call it, is full of pro-Palestinians. It's full of Nazi sympathizers. It is full of Hitler fans. It is full of the real racist people that should not be part of the Republican Party. They're not Republicans. The Republican Party was founded on anti-slavery. It was founded on limited government and conservative values as well, are Judeo-Christian values. That's why I said Judeo-Christian, because it's the exact same values. And do not say it's an oxymoron because, Jews do not believe in Christ. Some of them do. Let me tell you that. And of course, you're part of the woke right. You are not part of the real Republican Party. So the reason why I'm saying this is because that do not let this be part of the Republican Party, because we do not want the left to believe that the Republican Party is a racist party because of these people. Ignore them. Just ignore them. Their only voices on social media, which I know that most of you guys go out while they most likely hide in their ski mask or something like that, like little cowards. They will hide out like cowards. They don't want to show their faces. Why do you think at these pro-Palestinian protests that they will hide their faces? Because they don't want to be caught. That's why. So, which is why that I find this entire thing stupid. This entire hatred against the Jewish people in Israel stupid. So anyways, I find the woke right stupid because what they have in common, what the woke left and the woke right have in common, they think about identity politics all the time. Black Lives Matter, the Ku Klux Klan, Charlottesville. What they have in common is that they both focus on identity politics. You know, I remember seeing a movie called Black Klansman in my film studies class, of course. There was a difference between the Ku Klux Klan and the Black Power movement, Black Panthers, something of that matter. I say both of those movements are bad because they both focus on identity politics. But Spike Lee wanted to make a political statement saying that what Trump did during after Charlottesville, saying that there were very good people on both sides that did not want to denounce the white supremacists. Well, why does the liberal media always want to make a case out of it? So here's what the woke left and the woke right have in common. Like I said, they both focus on identity politics. They only want to focus on race. They want to focus on race. What they think is possible. There's the Black Power movement that believe that we should kill all white people, and because of what white people has done during slavery. And white people believe that we should get rid of America of minorities and Jews as well, so that they can have a white America once again. Now, what do you find? What's the similarity here? Identity politics. Republican Party, they don't care about identity politics. They don't. Right now, they don't even care about sexuality or anything like that. Of course, I know that there are some might say it's an abomination, but they're only focused on how good you are at your job. That's why Trump picked Scott Bessent to be Treasury Secretary. And also Scott Turner to be HUD Secretary. Found him pretty good, qualified for it. And which is why Trump selected Kash Patel to become FBI Director. Don't care about color anyone's skin. And it's like what Martin Luther King said, which I do not want to acknowledge Martin Luther King, but he did say one good thing, that do not judge people by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I agree with him on that. So, you want to end racism? Stop talking about race. So anyways, the future of the Republican Party, do not let the woke right take over. Do not let them take over. And of course, if they do take over, then okay, I might be an independent. I could become an independent again. Or I'll remain a Republican, but let me talk about the interview that I did with Samuel Hampton the other day. So, I think he is right that, well, the Libertarian Party never changed their principles. They never changed their values or anything of that matter. They never really changed. They always stayed libertarian. But it seems like that Democrats will probably always change their platform a little bit. Republicans would change theirs as well. So instead of embracing, so I don't know why that we always change our values around, adding new ones. Probably because of situations that will happen around communities to get votes. Well, okay, that gotta get the votes. But why can't these parties just stick to their original values? Like Republicans stick to the values conservatism. You know, Speaker Mike Johnson on his website, he has the 7 core values of conservatism that everyone in the Republican Party should stick with. It should not be about identity politics. It should be about merit. So anyway, instead of complaining that, oh, there isn't enough white people, there isn't enough black people, there isn't enough Jewish people, there isn't enough Asian people or something like that, suck it up, get better at your job, or find another one. Because it is not going to be about race anymore. It is about merit. So I'm finally determined on the H-1B visa thing. I'm for it. So I would like to say that I'm against it because we're not hiring enough American people, but much rather, but probably replace Americans with foreign workers. I'm all for the H-1B visas, so I'm already determined. I already made my decision on that. So, anyways, the future of the Republican Party, of course, I might run for political office. I might not live here in Louisiana, though, but pretty sure that I will make a political career one day along with the career that I aspire to have, like as a teacher, law enforcement official, or something of that matter. But I'll most likely be passionate about politics. So until that I'm able to run for office, I would like to discuss politics with different people. I want to do more than just one interview with Samuel Hampton. Hope I could talk to him again about this and about libertarian movement, and also his message and advice for both Democrats and Republicans. I would like to probably do like a round table discussion or something like that with Democrat side, Republican side, and Libertarian, Green Party, all sides political spectrum discuss. And of course, I'll just be in the middle moderating the entire thing. So I would like to do that someday. And of course, since I Understand TV is moving on up, I believe that we are moving on up. So I may have less views, but guess what? We are moving on up. So I would like to get involved in politics. And also I hope that the rest of Gen Z will get involved in politics. So whenever I discuss about politics, do not get bored by it. I know you guys might probably find politics boring, but thanks to Donald Trump, it's not boring anymore. And I'm sure it will not be under J.D. Vance. I mean, Trump won the Gen Z vote because his son, Barron, convinced Trump to get on podcasts. Why do you think did that 3-hour interview with Joe Rogan? What do you think did with Theo Vaughn, Tucker Carlson? Why do you think that he did that? Of course, well, and people are sticking to podcasts now because they're not listening to what goes on from corporate media. Now, corporate news media. So, yeah, we are at a new age of information. So, and I hope that, of course, Gen Z might consider running for more office positions as well. I'll be right there with you every step of the way. So, we'll be right back. Okay, everyone, so that is it for this episode. My new book, Brainwash, which is probably about how communism, socialism, and Marxism has got into our American way of life, politics, and other of our institutions. So that book will probably be released in late March, is when I'll estimate that it will be released. It will be somewhere in the spring, in the early spring, that it will be released. So anyways, I'm doing a new series called The 47. Don't worry, it won't be any long videos or anything. It'll just be about the biography of each of the 47 presidents. I know there's less than 47, but there are 47. 47 people, but there are 47 presidents. So, anyways, going to talk about from George Washington to Donald Trump's 2024 campaign and second term as well. So, anyways, do not miss that on Sunday the 2nd, right here on Anderson TV. So I'm Josiah Anderson signing off. Goodbye, everyone, and have a nice rest of your weekend.